For at least 2 more days, Israel and Hamas will keep turning their missiles into plowshares. The ceasefire that has so far brought 69 hostages and 150 Palestinians to freedom has now been extended. So too has the parade of trucks filled with food and medical supplies for people in Gaza. Will it be extended again? That is the very big question. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einiger in the newsroom with the very latest. Josh?
Well, Bill, the numbers are fairly confusing with the hostage releases because Hamas has released about 12.5 foreign nationals who don't hold Israeli citizenship. This temporary truce had required Hamas to release at least 50 Israeli nationals, some of whom hold dual citizenship, over 4 days, and today they actually reached 51. We have this brand new video of the most recent hostage release. 11 more people, all of them women and children, being escorted by armed and masked Hamas militants into the custody of the Red Cross. They crossed into Egypt and then back into Israel, bringing their nightmare to an end. And now the truce will be extended for at least 2 more days. Today, 11 more Israeli hostages finally went home. Many of them children as young as 3 years old who'd spent 7 agonizing weeks in captivity. And now with the 4-day hostage release now complete, Israel and Hamas have agreed to extend their truce by 2 more days.
This humanitarian pause has already brought a halt to the fighting, together with a surge of humanitarian assistance. Now, in order to extend the pause, Hamas has committed to releasing another 20 women and children over the next 2 days. We would, of course, hope to see the pause extended further, and that will depend upon Hamas continuing to release hostages.
The U.S. and Qatari governments negotiated the tenuous extension to the agreement, which also includes the release of more Palestinian prisoners, women and teenagers who'd been arrested and jailed in Israel, many on terrorism charges. As for the Israelis released so far, they've been all women and children ripped from their beds on October 7th. In some cases, the children's fathers are still held hostage, if they're even still alive at all. In the case of the youngest American hostage, Abigail Edan, she was 3 when she watched terrorists gun down her mother and father on October 7th. She's had a birthday since then. Now, at 4, she's in the custody of family members back in Israel. Today, the nephew of released hostage Adina Moshe described the conditions she endured during her captivity.
The worst thing is that they are not only in darkness, literally, but also in darkness in terms of knowledge. They didn't know anything what happened above in Israel and all the other events. They just heard the bombing, non-stop bombing, until the day before they released. Suddenly there was an amazing silence, and they knew something is going to happen, but they didn't know what.
So far, only 3 Americans have been released, 2 women, a mother and adult daughter from Chicago weeks ago, and then that 4-year-old just yesterday. There could be as many as 9 or 10 Americans still in captivity, some of them from the tri-state area. But most of them are men, and some are IDF soldiers. With only women and children being released as of now, it's unclear how much longer it'll take for any more Americans to come home.